Now, will it be a breakthrough or another breakdown? The foreign ministers from 6 world powers are still locked in negotiations in Geneva tonight over the future of Iran's nuclear program. But the fact that the US Secretary of State, John Kerry, Britain's Foreign Secretary, William Hague, and their equivalents from Russia, China, France and Germany are all attending is being seen as a hopeful sign. Jane Dodge reports.
The American Secretary of State looking a tad weary as he stepped off a red-eye flight early this morning. The Geneva talks were meant to end yesterday, but with the chance of a deal in the offing, they were extended, and John Kerry, we're told, wanted to be there to push it along. William Hague was there too, but if anything, talking down the chances of success.
We're not here because things are necessarily finished. We're here because they're difficult, and they remain difficult. There are narrow gaps, but they are important gaps.
Mr. Hague could be forgiven for having a sense of déjà vu. He was in Geneva 2 weeks ago. That time the gaps weren't so narrow and the talks stalled. Since then, the Iranians have been busy with their charm offensive, the foreign minister making the case on YouTube to continue to produce enriched uranium.
What is dignity? What is respect? Are they negotiable? Is there a price tag? Imagine being told that you cannot do what everyone else is doing.
Britain, Russia, China, France, the US and Germany want Iran to halt the enrichment of uranium. They're worried it could be used to make nuclear weapons, allow more inspections by the International Atomic Energy Agency and stop the production of plutonium at the Arak reactor. Iran wants them to recognise its right to enrich uranium for use in power stations and for medical purposes, and to lift sanctions. So where's the room for a deal? Well, Iran may be willing to temporarily stop or reduce its enrichment of uranium in exchange for a loosening of sanctions.
Most probably it's going to be a full transparency of various nuclear activities, including disclosure of the locations of the sites across the country, giving access to the International Atomic Agency's watchdogs to monitor at any given time all the activities of these sites. It would be slowing down the pace of enrichment, and it would be various confidence-building measures which will allow this notion of trust, which is now lacking in the communications, to be back.
It's Iran's new president who many credit for getting us this far. Hassan Rouhani, who is meeting Russia's deputy prime minister today, is seen as a moderate. But the clock is ticking. The US is due to vote on new sanctions against Iran next week. If that goes ahead, the Iranians have said they're walking.